Hey, oh boy, a live stream that's actually working. Can you all see me? Is this working? There we go. Is it live? Can you see me? I'm terrible with live streams, so I'm going to assume that you all are there. Yep. Okay, good. For those of you guys that have been around for a long time, you will know that every live stream I've ever tried to do, which is maybe like 2, they failed really badly. All right. Awesome. Thanks, guys, for coming in, and gals. Looks like mostly dads over there right now. A lot of familiar faces. You guys know George from Princess Cut Lawn Care? That dude is so good at when he does live streams. He like knows everybody's name, where they're from, what their oldest kid's name is. I'm not that guy. I recognize all of you, but I won't probably be able to retain details, but super good to see you. All right. Well, I hope you guys brought a cigar. Did y'all bring a cigar? Happy Father's Day. See, it's not when I'm not scripted like this, or not scripted, but when I can't edit myself, I don't know what to say. So happy Father's Day to all y'all. Thanks for coming in. Okay, so what are we gonna do? We'll get to some questions, I think. I hope you guys got to choose a restaurant today. That's my little joke for Father's Day. If I'm looking down in the corner, it's because I'm looking at the chat. I'm probably supposed to look up here at you guys, right? Y'all tell me. Say, Al, you're doing really bad at this, and I'll follow you. So, all right. As far as drinks go today, I'm sticking with the water. This is actually flavored water. We're heading out to the beach a little bit later tonight for the sunset. That was my Father's Day request. Also, I will say I am here with my son. You guys know Nick that works Yard Mastery. Nick's, can you wave? He's over there working the Traeger. He is, what are you doing? A butt? Pork butt? Boston butt? How many pounds? 5-pound Boston butt. So Nick is chef today. That was his Father's Day gift to me, as well as this. So I want to talk about cigars with you guys. I hope that, and gals, I hope that's okay. I'll just tell you a quick story. I used to smoke quite a few cigars. If you guys remember, if you've been around for a few years, well, then like 2.5 years ago, I had a bad experience. I was shooting a video. And in the end, I wanted to smoke a cigar, and I had to shoot a certain scene so many times that I puffed on the cigar way too many times, way too fast. And I got sick. Like as soon as I finished, because I had to shoot this little ending like 6 times. So it was like, like all these times in a row. And it got me sick. And I didn't smoke a cigar for like 2 years after that. And then since Nick moved down here, he likes cigars. So we started smoking cigars together at the beach once a week or so. So that's kind of cool. So he got me this for Father's Day. This is I'm an Arturo Fuente guy. So just so y'all know, that's my favorite brand. Don't send me cigars, please. I love when people do that, but it gets my humidor is already full. But so I'm a Fuente guy. I like Fuente because number one, they started in Tampa, which is really cool. I'm a Tampa Bay person, born and raised in St. Pete. But also they're kind of old school. They're kind of traditional, and they're just a great cigar. People that smoke Fuentes know what I'm talking. Only Fuente is Fuente, right? So Nick got me. This is the Hemingway, right? And it's a 6x47. Yeah, 6x47. So great size. And what do they call that tip on there? He's having one too, by the way. Just so y'all know, he's having one with us. So
Got like a perfecto tip.
Perfecto tip. So I'm no cigar expert at all. He knows a lot more than I do. But this has got the. I won't tell you what that looks like because it's a family stream, but y'all have stumbled upon that at some point. So what this is, we don't cut this, right? We just, right. And then, yeah, we're going to cut it. By the way, Papa LCN said he was going to pop in. So you all let me know if he does. He might just be watching, not commenting. But I talked to him earlier today. Oh, before we do that, I wanted to show you guys, though. This is a Fuente that I really like. I recommend you all try if you're Fuente. So this is the, and I don't know all the proper names, but this has the, what's the name of this wrapper? Candela Wrapper. So can you guys see how that's green? Can you see that? Maybe if I put it up in the light. See how it's green? So that's a Candela Wrapper. And that's actually, I'm shaking. I swear, no alcohol today. No drugs. Just adrenaline. So the Candela wrapper is actually pretty traditional, and I guess most cigars used to be wrapped with this. But the reason I like it is because it gives your cigar a grassy flavor, like it truly does. The thing about a good cigar is you can taste the soil through the cigar, and I firmly believe that. Just like if you guys drink beer, you can taste the water and the hops and everything through the beer. If you are a wine person, you can definitely taste the soil, like a minerally taste or a barnyard flavor. And cigars are kind of similar to that. So I like the Candela wrapper because it gives you a grassy flavor. Am I supposed to answer a few comments over here? I don't want to feel like you guys to feel like I'm leaving you out. But I also know that when we do live streams, there's a whole thing about, you don't want to talk too much to the stream. You also want to talk to everybody. So, I probably read too many of those how to do it. This is what we're going to have tonight. My son Nick and I tonight, we each have one of these. This is an Ashton. Do you know the name of this one, Nick? I can't remember. Estate Sun-Grown. So I was told that this is the closest you can get to an Opus X currently. Opus X is a Fuente cigar. Also, Ashton is somehow related to Fuente. They own them or something. But I tried an Opus X a few years ago, and I didn't like it. And my palate has changed a lot since then. And I thought I would really like to try an Opus X, but apparently you can't get them. So I happened upon this cigar shop in downtown St. Pete. Not Ruby's Elixir, for those of you that are local, not Ruby's Elixir, the one down on Beach Drive. And I wandered in there and I asked about that. And the guy told me they had these. And so he said, this is the closest I could get. This is a $27 cigar. Not usually what I smoke. I usually smoke, Fuente stuff, Don Carlos, 10, 12. So anyway, that's all my little wrap there with you guys. I'm going to go ahead and cut. I got this really cool cutter from Florida Sun-Grown, FSG. And I don't know if you can tell, but there's no pass through. So you get the depth. If you guys cut with a traditional ring cutter, right? One of the things you can do is you can cut off too much and go too deep. It's like cutting your dog's nails too deep. It's just painful, right? So this actually stops that. It's got that backer on there. So you get literally a perfect cut every time. That's pretty cool. I hope that's okay that we're rapping about cigars today with y'all. Is a Gator? Yes, actually. We have a, I don't know how many there's been since the last time you guys have mentioned it, but or we've mentioned it, but there's about a 6-footer there. I've seen him on the bank a few times. He's aggressive too. Whenever I weed whack back here, he'll come right up to the edge of the water. He stays far enough out, and if I approach him or whatever, he goes back. Not like I'm trying to fight a gator. I ain't one of those people. But yeah, he's back there, and I like seeing him. So look, Nick's back there looking for him now, I think. Hi from Italy. Hey, awesome. Look at all. Thank you, everybody, for coming in here. Really good to see you guys. Thanks for taking time out today to hang a little bit. That's awesome. All right. As far as somebody saying I should do more of this, I have actually thought about doing a segment on the podcast. Oh, the podcast will be coming back. I'm so sorry. I got the office finally set up now to be able to do it, and have really worked to get things off my plate so I could do that. So that'll be coming back. But I thought about doing like an After the Mo segment, kind of talking about cigars. So we'll kind of see. Also, I would be not doing my job as everybody's favorite pitch man if I didn't mention we have biostimulant packs on sale for the rest of today, $10 off. That's really the only sale we've done on those all year. And so you can go over to thelawncarenut.com or Yardmaster and get your biostimulant pack for $10 off. Still the best value on the interwebs. And then, all right, so I'm supposed to light this just straight, right? Just so you guys know, I know how to properly light a cigar, but I've never done the uncircumcised one. So how do you do it?
I'm just going to go straight.
We're just going in. We're just going in. All right. We're going to keep this family friendly. I mean, it's named Hemingway. And so, I mean, come on, right? If you guys have never been to the Hemingway house in Key West, Florida, I highly recommend it. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's got a lot of sweetness to it. I like Hemingway because they have good spice, but they don't overwhelm you. Yeah, what did I say? Hemingway. Well, I like Hemingway. He doesn't overwhelm me either. Yeah, Fuente. That's got a lot of sweetness. That's nice. Good stuff. Hope you guys are having a nice one. What were we talking about? Oh, I was talking about sales stuff. We have some really cool new t-shirts that our designer Heather made up. They kind of look like an America theme of lawn stripes, flag kind of deal. Super cool. She made some really nice colors. And we changed up the shirts. I was a believer in the boxy man's beefy t-shirt, like the one that you get when you're on vacation on a cruise in the Cayman Islands, and you get that big fat beefy tee that you're like wearing 25 years later and it's just perfect. That's the kind of shirts we used to have, but I'm being told that those are what old men like. So we switched up to the, I don't know, more modern cut, but we've been testing them with folks at Yard Mastery and their spouses, and everybody's like wanting to sleep in these shirts and that kind of stuff. So they're cool. That is a quality smoke, Nick. Thank you so much. What else is going on with you guys? You guys want to ask any questions, or you just want to wrap? Why don't you tell me what you're smoking? If you guys are, I'm not a cigar expert, but if you're somebody that knows about cigars, and I like Fuente, I don't really go for Maduros too much. I like a little bit medium bodied cigar, and I don't mind a lighter cigar if I'm smoking before noon. Aaron from Tampa, what's up, bro? What do we got here? Swanson. Been following you for a few years now and finally wanted to start my own lawn care business. Oh, okay, good. Let's talk about that. But Texas, they have so much of Texas. You live in Texas? All right. So here's a good thing about Texas. You're almost a year-round market and you don't have to deal with snow. So that's a whole lot less that you have to kind of think about. I would recommend getting to the treatment side of the business first if you can, because it's the one with the highest barrier to entry. And so fewer people enter that because you have to be licensed. You have to learn a little bit more. Also, treating lawns I'm talking about spraying them, fertilizing, as opposed to mowing is more profitable. And that's because one guy can run a truck. You really never need a two-man spray crew unless you're doing commercial properties, but for residential, so you have one person, so only one payroll. And then also you can spray a 5,000 square foot lawn in about 6 minutes. And maybe you're there 9 minutes total, leaving the bill and writing a note to the customer, maybe a 9 to 10 minutes. And then you have 3 minutes to your next stop, as long as you keep your density the way you want. So 13 minutes per stop. And you can get, for a 5,000 square foot lawn, $49 for an application, maybe even $59 in some markets these days. And that same lawn to mow is, maybe they're going to talk you down to $29, and you're going to sometimes need two-man crew, and you're definitely not getting out in 10 minutes. So the other downside, though, to applications is you do have to, again, have those licenses, and you do have a chemical cost involved. That can, that's really where most guys in the spray business die, is their chemical cost gets out of whack, because they see every cool thing and they're like, man, I want to buy every weed control, every fungicide. I want to put down 25 things at every property. And while that's awesome, that also puts them out of business a lot of times. So there you go. That's probably more than you wanted. I like to wrap. What else we got? Let's see. Have I tried Perdomo cigars? Yeah, I got some Perdomos in there now. They're one of their lighter casts. I'm not good with the names and everything, but yeah, Perdomo are good. Listen, my philosophy is, Nick, what's my philosophy with cigars? Yeah, life's too short to smoke a cheap cigar. So I like them. I like them to be pretty well up there. Vince, the Longineer, not smoking, but enjoying the stream and time with family. Can't wait to throw that Freedom Furt down. Yeah, thanks, man. Freedom is out there in the wild. We're starting to finally now get a few people back that put it down. We're starting to see a little bit of results. So pretty cool. Foothills of North Carolina. I feel my lawn is super compacted. What effect does this have on turf? And is there a big difference between mechanical aeration versus if you spray liquid aeration? So, I mean, if your grass, I would look at the grass and see, is it healthy? Think about people that grow up in different places. I'm down here in Florida. People come down here and they try to deal with this heat. They're like, oh my gosh, I have no idea how you deal with it. Whereas me, I love it. I just move around slow like a turtle all day. I like it. So you got to realize that any living thing can adapt to where it's used to growing up. And so if your lawn is looking healthy and it's doing well and your soil is compacted, I'm not saying you should not try to make it better, make the environment better for that turf. But if it looks good, then I wouldn't be concerned about it. So As far as mechanical versus the liquid aeration, sure, there's a huge difference. Mechanical aeration, you're literally pulling a core out of the ground, whereas the liquid aeration is more creating space by breaking bonds. And, you know, obviously when you water your lawn, when water penetrates your soil, that is a form of aeration, H2O. So anything you can do to create space in the soil is a form of aeration. It's just looked at in a little different way. So recommend both. I recommend you do the mechanical aeration because the butt kicking will be good for you. Where are the blue and black law enforcement hats from the videos? We ran out of those law enforcement hats, so I got to get more. I get those from Branded Bills, and they're a little bit slow with their turnaround, so not that in a bad way. They just do really high quality work, so I'll get some more. Let's see. I have a big tree in my yard, and every year around this time, the grass starts to die around it, but then during the fall and spring, it's full and thick. Yeah, it's because I'm assuming that's cool season grass. And the deal there is it's remember, we look at the growth curves of cool season grass, spring and fall. So it's got enough energy. It's got enough gumption. It's got enough just of its natural growth habit to push it through the spring and the fall. But in the summer, it wants to slumber. And so because the days are too long, it's too much heat. So it ends up losing to the tree at that point because the tree is robbing nutrients from the soil. It's robbing water from the soil. There's probably less water available in the summer. So that's what it is. It's just one of those challenges that you got to deal with. Trees are the natural enemy to lawns. They just are. Any thoughts on biochar to condition the soil? I like biochar. I think it's cool. Yeah, I listen, man, you guys got to realize I'm into throwing anything down that's like hippie-ish and is being done. You guys, I don't know if you saw the podcast I did with John Perry a couple days ago. We talked about that documentary that I saw called Kiss the Ground. If you guys haven't seen that, go on Netflix and watch it. I watched it at first and I was like, this isn't going to be for me, you know. But as I got into it, I started to think, man, this is actually really cool. The way you work the soil, the way you know, regenerative agriculture. And then some of the things that we do are very similar to that. So, man, I don't know. I just like throwing stuff that's dark brown or black in the lawn. Like it just feels better that way. So yeah, I like biochar. I like all that stuff, man. Let's see. Nebraska prepper. Yeah, thanks. I saw your comment on the podcast. Thank you. Let's see what else we got. When are patches of grass too far gone to revitalize with water, chemical, and you have to sod? So that's a great question. So I say with cool season turf, if you have 30% turf throughout, so just use your gut on what that is. But if it's 30% of the lawn has turf and there's not large bare spots the size of a Volkswagen, so just throughout it's thin. If you get 30% or more, you could revitalize that lawn by pushing it with a lot of fertilizer in spring, keeping it limped along in fall or summer, and then aeration overseed and heavy fertilizer in spring. Now, if you have a warm season grass, you could probably get away with 20% throughout. I have an experiment going over here that I'm going to share with you guys in a video coming up where I let an area die because my sprinkler was broken and I was too lazy to go fix it. And I thought it was dead. It was zoysia. And once the drought ended and it started getting watered, it's back and thick again. So I'll put that in a video coming up like as a short segment. So that's like 3 weeks from brown and orange and dead to coming back because that's zoysia, because all the rhizomes were still there. Just the top growth, they kind of recede back to the mother plants. So depending how far they receded back, they just pick up again. It's like a whole network. That's what's so cool about warm season turf. What else? Good stuff. We're talking about a little of this and a little of that. Freedom did great on my Monaco Bermuda. That's awesome, Alan. Monaco, such a cool name too. Alan, what's your take on growing St. Aug in Tennessee? I don't know. I don't know the climate of Tennessee. I know there's Bermuda all up through there. It'd be cool if you're looking to do something different. But if there's no sod farm selling it around you, might be a clue that it wouldn't work. But I don't know. What else? I don't know what else to talk about. St. Augustine getting extreme heat. Little to no clouds and no rain in South Texas. That's a lot of what you guys get in Texas. I water every 2 days. Neighbors water. at night daily and have better results than the lawn. Should I try night watering? So listen, yeah, I mean, if we tell you not, so this is a good example of things that are not always black and white. You guys realize I give you best practices because I'm talking to a lot of people. And so I want to talk about what I know is going to help 80 to 90% of people. And that's the advice that I give. But there's tons of ways to do things differently. I see people put up posts. They're like, I was told you weren't allowed to seed in the spring. And look, I did it and I succeeded. I'm like, who told you you weren't allowed to? Just recommend against it. And that's the same thing with watering. I recommend against watering at night because, again, if you have some disease there, that can help move it along in the evening time. But if your water is evaporating away so fast, and I understand that in Texas, if the water is evaporating away so fast that the grass can't even get a chance to drink it, then sure, I'd try watering at night. I would. I mean, it's one of those things, break the rule when you have to, for sure. That is a great cigar. I didn't see what else you guys were smoking. Sorry about that. Hey, Ron, good to see you, man. Ron Henry's another one of those guys that knows how to do live streams like pro. How's the butt coming over there, Brad?
Going well.
Yeah? What are we looking at? Another couple 2-3 hours? What we're doing is we're taking the Boston butt off the trigger. He's had it on since, what'd you start, 6, 7 this morning?
I did, about 7:30.
7:30. Oh, why don't you tell him what you put on it? Why don't you come here and tell him what you put on it? Yeah, I put you on the spot. Come on. Nick doesn't even like being on camera. I made him be in the wrestling video, and he did really well. He's checking the internal temps. Anyway, what we do is we pull it off, and then we shred it and take it to the beach. And we just pick on it while we're watching the sunset. That's the plan. You'll also, guys, will notice I smoke cigars a lot faster than most people. Just how I am. All right, what do you put on it? Come over here and tell him.
Well, I can't. It's Brian's recipe.
It's Brian's recipe. Okay, well, then give Brian the credit. Brian's my other son. By the way, for those of you that keep asking about why I was growing the mustache, that is because, and Nick's growing his too, because his brother, my youngest son, Brian, is graduating from the Fire Academy in Munster, Indiana soon, and we're going to go up there for his graduation. So we're growing out our fireman mustaches as a little joke to him. So, and I'll shave completely. So, and I just happened to get a really decent push broom, so kind of fun. These kind of mustaches, though, you only grow these for other men. So other men are like, bro, your mustache is awesome. But women, So, but my wife is awesome for tolerating it so we can have a little fun together. So what do you put on the butt? What do you rub it with? What do you rub the butt with? Tee-hee-hee. Tee-hee-hee.
Next question. I do.
Are you got to come in here.
All right.
Tell them what you put on it.
I put bitters on it.
Bitters?
Angostura bitters and some orange bitters.
Yep.
And then I do yellow mustard. And then I do a spice blend of salt, pepper, oregano, brown sugar, and sweet pepper.
That's beautiful. And he doesn't inject it with anything. I'm not a cook. So Brian, he's actually went to culinary school, but then COVID killed culinary. So he's going to be a fireman now. But I mean, you're going to be a fireman and not a cook. That's pretty good. So that's his recipe. But yeah, they don't inject it with anything. I don't know why. I don't know anything about it.
It's not you don't have like a brisket. I'm doing like a small.
Since it's a small one, you don't have to inject it with it. I know. It just looks cool when they inject stuff.
If you're doing like head cheese or brisket or stuff like that, then yeah, then I would kind of think about that.
Oh, all right. I got you. All right. Any more questions? No, we're not drinking anything. Are you making fun of my cigar? Am I drinking old fashions with that? No, I'm just drinking water right now because we're going out to the beach later. And when we go out there, we take kava. You guys don't know what that is, look it up. All right, here we go. So macro fert every 4 to 6 weeks and liquid fert like 8-to-1 green punch in between is okay. I'm in South Florida. Sure. When I say macro fert, 1801 green punch is a macro fert, But just because it's a liquid, you can only really get so much out in one app. So you're not going to be able to get down like a pound, even 3/4 pound of nitrogen of 1801. It'd just be too thick. So it's a low nitrogen type of application. And when you follow the label, what is like 16 or 17 ounces per thousand, it's like 1/4 pound of nitrogen. So the idea there, and they use that a lot in Miami. There's is it called 1-2 Tree? There's a couple of businesses down there in Miami that spray all their lawns with that, and they spray monthly with that. So you could just do only that if you want, but sure, you can throw down some other stuff in between, heavier, and use the 1801 in between. So yeah, I had to ash that. I didn't want it to fall on me. What else we got? Sierra Nevada. Yeah, I like Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. I like Torpedo. They have one called Estate. We were actually talking about my estate grown cigar. So what that means is the leaves, and I don't know if it's just the wrapper or the filler or everything, comes from one single estate. So it's very rare. And they started doing that with Sierra Nevada. They have a Christmas time. It comes in a bomber. It's called Estate. And what's the Christmas ale that Sierra Nevada comes out with that we like? Celebration. Yeah, Celebration is really good. But the Sierra Nevada Estate that comes in bombers is a little bit better, in my opinion. Andrew Nichols, speaking as a fireman myself, congrats. Cigars and cooking are a great combo to have. Yeah, I agree, Andrew. My dad was a fireman too. Papa LCN. Happy Father's Day to you, Dad, if you're watching. I already called him today earlier. So, what is the best treatment for out-of-control wild violet, and when is the best time to tackle it for cool season grass? So you want to do it in the fall, and you want to use triclopyr. That'll knock it out. Actually, what's Speed Zone 2? I think Speed Zone will do well on it as well. Yeah, Doug Bigfoot. I know I'm not a barley wine guy. Whew. I have brown patch fungus that has killed my lawn down to the soil. I'm in Idaho. How do I go about getting grass to regrow? Do I aerate? I thought Idaho was pretty dry. Am I wrong? And pretty far north, because it's usually a tall fescue thing. I would make sure of what you actually have first. That's a hard one for me to do on a live stream. I'm sorry, but it doesn't seem like brown patch in Idaho would be a normal thing. Is Yard Mastery HQ ever going to open for on-site sales? I would like to, but just I'd have to staff that, and I don't know if the demand would be there to staff it, or maybe we only staff it certain hours. I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna have to expand the campus anyway. So when we do that, we'll look to add a retail option kind of thing for sure. I would love to do that. It'd be cool. What else? What time is it, y'all? I want to make sure we don't miss the sunset. Oh, we're good. We got lots of time. Girls Lawn, hey, when is the backpack sprayer dropping? So I have the first 5 units being sent to me next week. And when I say that, then I have to use them. So I have a beta unit that I've been using and it works great. But these are the actual ones. I have 5 being sent here. So one is going to a member of our staff and one's going to me, and we're going to beat them up. And then we have 3 other people we're going to send them to and have them beat them up a little bit. And then once we feel good about that, then we'll start making them available. So maybe 2 weeks, I hope. When's the right time to put down prodiamine or dithiopyr in the fall in upstate New York based on soil temp? So if you're not going to seed, I would do it as the soil temp falls below 70. Now in upstate New York, that might be, August. It's no problem. Just do it whenever it starts to fall below 70. 3 pounds per thousand will get you 3 months. So even if you put it down in August, September, October, November, you're gold. St. Augustine grass rules. That's right, TJ. How many of y'all have moved from up north to down here and you have discovered how difficult warm season turf actually is? You can see it on my channel. It's documented. You can see the struggles I had. It is a sharp learning curve. I talk to people all the time here that are saying that same thing. They're like, man, when I was up north, I had the best lawn, and I do this, I do that, it's great, and then they come here, they're like, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. So it's a heck of a challenge down here, and so our grass may not, it may not love you back as much, but it's tough love. That's what we have down here. You looking at the live stream? Will Yard Mastery be expanding to any other locations in the USA? Yeah, as we grow, what we are seeing as a way to expand is what a lot of e-commerce businesses do, is you find the next dense area where you have a lot of customers, and that's where you open a warehouse. And what it does is it cuts your shipping down, because that's really what this game is. There's only so much room in buying fertilizer. It's a commodity. So it isn't like, it is what it is. So the way that you stay competitive and the way that you are able to expand is by you have to open more locations so your shipping stays low. That's what Amazon does. If you guys have done anything with Amazon, I learned this only in the last couple of years. I mean, they'll send one item to one warehouse in some state because they know that one will sell in the next year. And they'll send 10 here and 7 of this over here and 700 over here. That's how they play the game. So the answer is yes, we will be expanding that way. But I think we're good right now. Where can I find the hat you had on during the teaser video? So that came from Sunnyland. I like those kind of hats. I've looked at getting some. And it might be something we add to the merch. But yeah, the Sunnyland, Lee Moore, he's a good friend and partner of ours. He sent them because we gave him a hard time. We're like, bro, we buy so much of your fertilizer, we can't even get a free hat. What's going on? So I don't know if they have them for sale. They might. I think they might. If you go just search Sunnyland, they have a website. They may have those hats for sale on there. Really cool. Man, that's a good smoke. If you guys have if you like Fuente, I haven't had a chance to sit here and try to figure out the flavor profile. I'd have to concentrate a little more on that, but it's definitely not one note. It's complex. It's changing as we're getting down through the wrappers. Is this, what do you call this? Long stem jacket? Long stem wrapper?
It's a Cameroon wrapper.
Cameroon wrapper. What's the core you call it? Something about the core.
Oh, well, I don't, I'm guessing it's a long filler.
A long filler. It's also my nickname in college. Took me a lot to pull that one out of you. Yes, I do those. If you guys see me making those jokes, I mean, that's how I am in real life. Some of you might not have got that, but is Yard Mastery my full-time job? Yes. So I left my day job in 2018. I was vice president of a company over by Naperville, Illinois, over by there. They're called Dealer Inspire over there. And we did websites and technology and marketing for auto dealers. I was the 9th employee of that company. You know what I should probably do is tell my story. I always tell my story when I do keynotes and speeches and stuff around. I always tell my story, but I don't know if I haven't told it to you guys in years. So I'll probably do that on the podcast, I think. But I left that job in 2018 and went full-time, and we didn't have Yard Mastery then, so everything was just Lawn Care Nut. I have a business partner. His name is Josh Whitford, and he and I have known each other for many years. And so we started that and then started Yard Mastery in 2019. So that's what I do. I'm the president. I'm El Presidente of the Yard Mastery over there. Let's see. When is the Millennial Farmer coming to your house? Hey, I'll give you guys an update. So I went up there and we had to do some more to the lawn. That was about a month ago. Did I go to Minnesota?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we had to reseed a few areas. We did a little bit of hydroseeding. Some areas got washed out. They have them gully washers up there. Well, they don't speak like that. Gully washers, eh? I don't know how they talk. I can't do a Minnesota accent. But some stuff got washed out, so that had to be repaired. And then, we had to go over just a little bit more about throwing down a little harder on some nitrogen products. But it's coming back, so we filmed there. And then he's getting back on the FERT plan that I gave him. And so we'll have another video. I'm going to send another guy there to take some more video in about 2 weeks, and then I'll do the full update for you. So I will tell you the Pro Vista grass seed, the Scott's Pro Vista Kentucky Bluegrass, you have to say it right. contractual obligation. I owe them $10,000 every time I say their brand incorrectly. No joke. I'm just kidding. But anyway, that stuff is awesome. It grows really well, but you have to feed it. You have to hammer it. I mean, you have to sling. It's like, do you have that friend that can eat Taco Bell every day and never gains a pound in their 40? Like, we could all do it when we were 18, right? But you have that friend that's 40 and just eats like a demon and just doesn't gain any weight. That is what the Scott's Pro Vista Kentucky Bluegrass is. You have to hammer it and it will barely grow. So anyway, a little joke I told the other day that I got some laughs on Twitter, at least I thought, is if you want to know if you have a good quality cigar, if the wrapper looks like a WWE wrestling belt, that's how you know it's a good cigar. Just, I promise you, if you don't know anything about cigars, do that. Just follow that rule right there until you learn. That's it. Oh, Nick, you like that one. Nick has the best sense of humor, and he just told me that was a good joke. All right. Just so you guys know, we cut up. I don't go in the office very often, but when I'm there, we cut up a lot. We have a good time. All right, what else we got over here? Any reason why I see yellow grass blades when I drop granular fert? Flagship and stress blend? I don't know. I mean, if you see lots of yellow grass blades, I would be concerned. But, you know, grass sloughs like hair, you know, hair falls out. So if it was lasting more than a few days, I'd be concerned. But no, I don't know. Let's see. Hi, Alan. I just installed a new front walkway. I have to seed around it. Any advice being it's the worst time to seed? Well, it is the worst time to seed, but see, this is one of those opportunities for you to have to break a rule because you don't have a choice. So I would get some of that that seeding mulch. Now, I like Scott's Patchmaster. Sorry, this is one of those things, the mustache itches you sometimes. I really like Scott's Patchmaster. When we would burn lawns at True Green, I fixed every burn with Scott's Patchmaster, plus a lot of our extra seed on the bottom of it. But it does have their seed in it. So if you don't want that, if you're somebody that wants to keep an elite something going on, you won't be able to use Scott's Patchmaster. But if you don't care, get Scott's Patchmaster, just juice it up with a little bit of additional seed underneath. Keep it real thin and keep it wet. That will go a long way. Also, Greenview has a seeding mulch that they sell that works pretty well too. Just don't get it too thick. So that's what I would do. Jessica, I just received my Freedom Fert. That's so awesome. You know, I want to, there's a bunch of y'all on here. I mean, creative people having a good time, getting pictures of people in front of their American flags with their Freedom Fert. It's so much fun to be able to do something like that. That it's like, some people are like, is this for real? Is this a gimmick? I'm like, it's a little of both. It's for sure. It's to have a little bit of fun, to make fert fun again, right? Like, it's going to work. It's sound. I mean, it's good fertilizer. I've used it. You know, it's got great stuff in it. We put some magnesium in there. Hey, magnesium, you know. So it seems fun. But why can't it be fun? You know, I think it can be. So I appreciate you guys that are going all out, having a good time with that, and celebrating your freedom. All right. I'm sure there's a bunch of important people in here. There's Lee Moore. We just shouted you out a little bit ago, my friend. Happy Father's Day. If I'm not shouting you out, guys, it's because this thing over here is moving fairly fast. So I'm just kind of picking out what hits my eye. Let's see. What brand of stogie? So I'm smoking a Fuente Hemingway. So I'm a Fuente guy. I mentioned earlier, for those of you that joined a little bit later, that's what I smoke. However, one of my favorite smokes is actually from Davidoff, and it is called Tampa. And it is a collab of Corona Cigar Company and Davidoff, and it's all locally, I think mostly locally grown, right, Nick?
It's FSG tobacco.
It's FSG tobacco, yeah. So that's actually my second favorite cigar. But anything Fuente is good, or Ashton, excellent. Let's see. Ghost Pepper. Where is Osprey? I'm sure I've heard of that. I should know where that is. Or is that near me? I'm in Parrish, Bradenton. Can we see the original Florida house to check out the plug lawn? Yes. You know, I used to go over there a lot more often. I don't go to St. Pete as much as I used to, but I will. Yeah, I want to go over there and see it. The kid that bought it, he been taking care of it, doing a great job. The last time I was over there, it's been a while, and drove by, the St. Aug looked really good. So I was really proud of him. He did a great job. God of Fire by Fuente. Have you heard of that? God of Fire? Okay, we'll put that on the list. Thank you.
I've not had that, Brian.
I have one of those New Air humidors. It's like it looks like a glass fridge. Freaking so awesome. And I got it, and it was full 10 minutes after I got it. So I need to make some room. Do I like High Life IPA from Cigar City? So I've had High Life IPA twice and had daytime blackouts from it, like after 2 of them. So I don't know what they're putting in that, but I mean, like where you wake like an hour later, you're just like, what's been going on? Twice. So there's something wrong with that beer. Is Connor in here? I see you guys mentioning Connor, or is it just the ghost of Connor? Is that a screened in area? Yeah. So that's a pool cage. It just has I don't know what they call this, but you have you can see it back there. They put extra bracing or bracketing on the corners, and so then you can have a full unobstructed view out the back. So that's all screen. Avenue South, Celsius, Tenacity, or is there a better option, St. Augustine Floratam? So no Tenacity on St. Augustine. And so therefore, between Avenue South and Celsius, I would go Celsius right now and most of the year because no heat restriction. And I've sprayed that at the heat of the day, 94 degrees out. No problem in St. Aug. It actually slightly bleached my zoysia the other day, but nothing bad. It was just, you could call it tip burn, but it's really bleaching. But so Celsius. Avenue South is great in the winter, though. Let's see. Oh, is it coming off? Almost coming off. All right, the butt is almost coming off, y'all. Happy Father's Day for all y'all just joining. Thank you for taking a few minutes and hanging. Osprey is a little south of you, about 30 minutes. So you're kind of in between Northport then. So I'm going to tell you my favorite restaurant in the area, and everybody should write this down. It's called Woody's Riveroo. And if there's anybody on this stream that's ever come visited me, that's where I take you. If you watch my Instagram, by the way, if you guys want more live stuff, up to the minute, what's going on, more yard mastery, business, not business like talk, but more like, hey, this is what we're doing today. You know, Brett Pete on the floor, that kind of stuff. Or you want to see nightlife or, you know, just whatever, go to Instagram. I'm Alan Hane on there, ALLYNHANE. And for those of you that missed it on Instagram, my good friend Brandon Davis from Long Time Coming came in town on Friday night, and I took him to the Riveroo for some people watching over by there. Saturday night, then people come out of them trailer parks and whoo, they're getting the hoedown. It's old Florida, man. Old Florida, and awesome music. They get the best bands at that place, and so people just be dancing. So it's always wild. People watching. Nick was there. Some good people watching the other night, wouldn't you say? Great people watching, Nick says. So Woody's Riveroo. I like Pinchers, even though that's a local chain. We're in a restaurant dead zone over here, though. That's about all we got.
9 o'clock.
All right, what else we got? Is it worth fighting crabgrass in Florida or just wait till fall? It's bad. Didn't get a pre-emerge down. I would make sure, first of all, that it's actually crabgrass because we have a lot of signal grass here that people mistake for crabgrass. So it's just a little different approach that you would go. Some people think torpedo grass is crabgrass. So I just make sure what it is first. And, you know, I've had okay luck with Celsius on crabgrass, but if it's that bad, just cut it out and resod. That's really the easiest thing to do, or wait till the fall. Al, does the gator get put back in the pond have a name? So no, there's a new one back there. We haven't named him. We haven't seen them as much because it's been drought conditions pretty much. So we haven't seen them. It's been real hot. So they don't come out as much. But I did see him the other night. And like I said, when I weed whack back there, he'll come over and he'll take a look. I'll try to get him on video for y'all. Yeah, Celsius is slow, Larry. I agree. But man, it works good. But that's part of why it doesn't burn anything down in the heat too, you know, because it doesn't have that action. So let's see. Oh, is Josh in here? I see somebody talking to Josh. Hi, Josh, if you're there. Okay to toss down Stress Blend and Flagship the same day. No, I wouldn't do that. You don't need to. Separate those out. Because you want to see the results, because it's going to be a little different from either one. So, no, I wouldn't do those in the same day. No need. What else? Trying to look up and see what else you guys got going on. Provista St. Augustine plugs would save my life. You might want to check. Is Josh in here? Josh, we were going to get him on our website. You might want to check Sod Pods. That's the website. I think they have Provista plugs. I think, unless I was just dreaming. But I was over at the farm a little bit ago, and I'm pretty sure we looked at Provista plugs. I think. So you'll have to tell me if I'm right or wrong. But it's called Sod Pods. They might have Provista plugs. Then again, I could have dreamt that up too. I don't know. Any advice for people with Bahia grass in Louisiana? Yeah, you know, that's like one of the only, you must be coastal. It's like one of the only other places that you have Bahia grass. I still want to find a lawn to work on. I started working on a little spot at my church that's unirrigated, so it didn't work because, well, it'll start working now, but we didn't have any rain, so it was checked out. But I kind of like Bahia, like because no one else likes it. So when you dominate with it, it's super rare and super cool. And I shouldn't say no one else likes it, people that take care of it. But I wouldn't give it a lot of nitrogen. I would give it lots of micronutrients, some potassium, and just let it dig deep. It'll thicken up. It'll be good. Now you can give it some good nitrogen a couple times a year though. It will like you. That's how centipede is too. Everybody's afraid of centipede. Like, can't give it nitrogen. It doesn't like nitrogen. Well, no, it needs some. It needs to have some. Let's see. There. Okay, Josh is in there. Josh, do we have sod pods that are Provista? I can't remember. I thought we talked about it. Let's see. What else do we got here? See, I feel like I'm supposed to entertain every second of this thing. Can't have dead zones, but nitrogen drives a bus. That's right, Chris. Faux show. We have sod pods, but not Provista. Okay, I think we can get it though. So you can just go to Sod Pods Direct and get it. And who knows? I might be totally wrong. Man, that's good. Oh, it's getting really sweet and focused now. Al, I'm looking forward to throwing down the new Anderson's product with the char. Yeah, Doc Steve, it's cool, man. That stuff, I didn't promote it too much, but that's really meant to be because I know so many of you have told me, Al, I'm not going to spray liquids no matter how much you tell me to. So we wanted to find a biostimulant pack granular type thing. And so that's as close as I can get. But the results people are sending in and telling us what it does visually, I always try to make sure everything has a visual impact because it's just how we all are. So that's really cool. But yeah, you're getting that nice char down there. You get there's sea kelp in there, humic in there. And I like that DG. DG stands for drunk grandma, but stands for, I don't know, something granular too. But we always used to call it drunk grandma was DG. Where's my buddy Luke? Is he still on here? He knows who Drunk Grandma is. Anybody from the old Northwest Indiana neighborhood? Let's see. Sage, you got the best lawn on the block. Awesome. I hear that so often. I love that. What I love is when y'all find my channel for whatever reason and you like, okay, I'm going to put some of this into practice. And you're like, whoa, this works. I knew that, just so y'all know, I knew that you would be here 10 years ago when I started doing this. I'm like, those people that are like me, they're going to be here one day. Now y'all are here. It's freaking awesome. Am I a Bears fan? So listen, I'm not a big sports guy at all. I watch UFC probably more than anything, but I still don't really know anybody's name. But I don't. I like to watch sports. So if the Bears are on, I'll like them and I'll cheer for them. I like the Cubs, you know. But I mean, man, we got such good sports here. I mean, in Tampa, all these champions. So I don't follow sports, but when I watch a game, I really get into it and enjoy it. And then as soon as it's over, I forget the score. I know, terrible, right? Nick likes the Cubs. Man, that's a good cigar, isn't it? Yeah, Nick, you like it too? He's got a pretty staunch palate, but man, you can't go wrong with Fuente, y'all.
I get like sweet, salty peanuts and like earth.
Matt, any story coming up with the name? What was the name? My eyes are watering. I must have missed your other comment, Matt. Got some smoke in my eyes. Smoke gets in your eyes. What else? We can go soon, unless you guys have questions. The meat on the grill. They want to see the meat on the grill. Are you pulling it off?
Give me like, I'm trying to get it up.
You want to show it to him? All right. I'm going to come over there. Uh-oh. This is probably not a good idea. If this whole live stream goes down, y'all just happy Father's Day.
All right.
Oh, look at that bark on there. Good.
Here, I'll just pull it off now.
Well, I already walked back and you're going to pull it off?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, did y'all see the meat on the grill over there? Yeah, we're going to shred that and take that out to the beach and pick off of it. It'll be great. Oh, gosh. So good. When you can get a smoke all the way down to where you're getting to the... There it is. Okay.
It smells really good.
Look at that. Oh, my gosh. It smells like Taste of Chicago. They don't take that as a compliment, but anybody that's ever been to Taste of Chicago, you know there's a certain smell out there. I don't think they have Taste of Chicago anymore, but after July, can we throw down Freedom again? Yeah, I mean, we put on there to be funny that you throw down on Memorial Day, which we missed, Independence Day, Hulk Hogan's birthday, which is November 11th. No, sorry, that's Veterans Day, August 11th. So we put it on there for those fun things, and I think it'll be cool. I think people are going to start throwing down on Hulk Hogan's birthday now. But no, it's a 17.76 fertilizer, and it'll work great for you anytime. It's kind of my answer to the 16.48, having a little fun with that. You know, it's kind of in that same wheelhouse, like multi-purpose kind of deal. So, what kind of lights do I have around the pool? Oh, I don't know. My wife got those on Amazon. My wife she did that. She did the flowers and stuff. There's some solar things. They have like it's not orange, but it's almost orange, fake flame that kind of does this. You guys, I know you've seen them. Those things last all night. Like I'll get up in the morning, they're still going. So that they look awesome. Like finally the technology of that solar stuff has caught up to the point where it's cool. It doesn't look cheesy. And you guys know what I mean. The first few solar lights you'd get years ago, you're like, bro, I know you got those at Walmart, man. Get that out of my yard. But now they're foolers, you would say. So that's what those are. But I got to give all credit to the wife on those. When is Hulk Hogan's birthday? It is August 11th, I believe. How do I handle that Florida humidity? Oh, I'm sweating to death right now. I'm used to it. I grew up in it. And so what you realize is when you're here is everybody else is got swamp ass too. So it is what it is, you know. Dripping down. Just it is. You just know. You also make sure that you get air conditioned seats, vented seats in your car. Let's see. Am I planning to make an 818 clone? No, not at this time. That was a very unique and cool product. So no plans for that. That's why we have the 7020. It's that's as close as I can do and still deliver good results for you. Do you know the famous Brazilian barbecue with picana? I don't know about any famous Brazilian barbecue, but I like Brazilian barbecue. What else? Why is Floritam seem like the most sensitive of the St. Augustines? Yeah, I don't know. You know, I don't know, but it is the highest, most planted in Florida, and I'm assuming that's because it's Floritam's. It's something to do with Florida and Texas A&M or something. I don't know all that stuff, but it does seem to be sensitive. Although I will tell you that my palmetto is much more sensitive to gray leaf spot, like a lot more. Where in some years the palmetto would be ravaged with it, and there'd be none in the Floritam. So everything has its give and take, you know. Did I go to St. Pete High School? Yes, I did. Graduated in 1991. Take a couple, 2-3 more here from you guys. Yes, there is a gator back there. Hey, Alan, if I applied my regular application of FERTs, then 3 to 6 inches of rain comes in a 2-day period, do I need to reapply? I would say no. FERT hangs on a lot better than you think. And so no. And lawns hold nutrients a lot better than you think. I think it was John Perry mentioned that recently, one of his videos. But no, I wouldn't do that. No, 4 weeks, you'll be good. I graduated on your birth year. Yeah, cool. And now you own a house. What's the weirdest place someone recognized you at? Oh, that's a great question. So on a cruise ship, my wife and I like to take cruises. Our whole family does. That's one of our things. And we were sitting, I don't know, one of the bars, piano bar, I think, on a cruise, chilling. And I talked to people, and I was just talking to this guy next to me, and they tell him what I do. And I asked, and people are fascinated when they find out I'm an old man YouTuber. So we're talking about that. And some dude across the bar goes, "Yeah, man, I watch your videos, bro." So, and then he came over and bought us a drink. So that was worth it. That was the weirdest place on a cruise ship. But I don't get recognized very much, just so you guys know. A couple times a year is about it. Let's see. What are the dark green drinks you had in a couple videos in the garage? I don't know. Did I have dark green drinks in the garage?
I think we have it here.
I'm sorry. I don't know what that is. Can I mix and apply Lesco fertilizer 30010 and Milorganite at the same time? You can, but I wouldn't. That's gonna be a lot. I would do one separate from the other. That way you can see how your lawn reacts to each one separately and make decisions on how you want to reapply in the future. All right. What else? We're gonna get out of here, I think, pretty soon. Let you guys go. But I appreciate you hanging out. We are heading out for a sunset. So that's why we got everything ready. Show you guys again. I don't know if anybody cares, but I got that Ashton right there. That is my Father's Day beach cigar. So you can follow me on Instagram. I'll be putting up some pictures from out there. I have grub damage in my St. Augustine grass down here in South Florida. I did some digging and saw grubs. What can I do to solve this? Well, the first thing I would do is kill them. So go get a 24-hour grub killer from the store. And it doesn't have to say grub killer on the front. Just read the label and get something and kill them first. And then, usually St. Augustine will actually reroot. I made a mistake. When I sodded mine last year, I should not have done that. In fact, the sod that I put in doesn't even match. I have no idea what it is. It's terrible. I try to hide it in the video. Said Nick knows. He sees those big dark green spots out there. But St. Augustine grass it'll reroot. It really will. So just kill the grubs, hit it with some FERT, maybe a little RGS. And we're in the rainy season right now, so I bet it reroots and comes back in 2-3 weeks. Really, it's that good. Our grasses are made to do that. They're not fun to walk on. You don't want to roll in it. You don't want to rub your face on it. You don't want to take pictures of your family in that lawn. It's not, it's not what they're for. But they will spread quickly. So, hey, Dad, thanks for coming in. There's my dad. Good to see you, Papa LCN. Papa LCN has a very special gift coming for him. I didn't get it to him yet. See him right there? He's already gone up. No,
Okay, I'm gonna wait.
anyway, yeah. Papa LCN got a very special gift coming, so we'll show it to you guys once he gets it. He's taking on his lawn. So one of my biggest blessings this year was Pop started doing his lawn in North Carolina, which was awesome. So he's getting good results, been taking pictures for me, so we'll share those. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Can you use RGS in a garden? Yes, you can. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Thank you so much for joining for a cigar today. And again, happy Father's Day to all of you. Thank you so much for hanging out here. Thanks for supporting me, commenting, buying our stuff, all of that. Thank you. I mean, it's really fun to be able to build a small business like this and kind of do some cool things around something that I love and have loved for many years. So you guys are all a huge part of that, and I really appreciate you coming on. So I just want to say thanks. Happy Father's Day, and I'll see you in the lawn.